And if you will hear all the explanations of where I was and where I was going.
Yes, I'm being followed by a moon shadow, moon shadow, moon shadow.
Music was like my religion, and I was as devoted to it as anyone could be.
Oh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. And it's hard to get by, just upon the smile.
Do you think you'll always find the energy to be able to do this?
Absolutely. It doesn't end, only unless you're blinded by yourself, then it ends.
Somehow things got so big, and I got lost. I wanted to look, elsewhere perhaps for my fulfillment.
I listen to the wind of my soul. Where I'll end up, well, I think only God really knows.
I gradually began slipping away from that whole world.
They were right, I'd agree, but it's them they know, not me. Now there's a way, and I know that I have to go away.
To some people it may have seemed like an enormous jump, but my songs had already primed me. Morning actually was breaking, it was slow, but it was happening.
Morning has broken like the first morning. Blackbird has spoken like the first bird.
In a way, there's been a kind of a making of peace between my past and my present.
Now I've been smiling lately, thinking about the days to come.
There was an important need to, in a way, sing again and start communicating again. And that's what I did.
Peace train sounded loud, got on the peace train.
Because you can argue with philosophy, you can't argue with a good song. And I think I've got a few good songs.
If Paul and I hadn't split up around 1970, there'd be no room on the charts for Cat Stevens to take over. Bridge Over Troubled Water had to go away so that tea for the Tillerman could arrive. He owes me a big thank you. There's no career without rhythm. You must know how to get the groove to groove, how to make the band swing. After you make them move, make them think and feel, delight them with instrumental color, make their hearts skip with a 5/4 bar, a rhythm surprise. 'Cause out on the edge of darkness, there comes a peace train. A melodic passage can be a many-splendored thing. Morning has broken, and a great guitar lick is a joy forever. Oh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. Da-da-dee-da-da-da-da-dum. Father and son, peace train, morning is broken, wild world, moon shadow, oh, very young. Cat Stevens created these masterpieces that are very meaningful to most of the people in this room. He put a huge building block in the proud edifice of rock and roll. All the girls I took out were Cat Stevens fans. He was a sexy guy. Sensitivity with a bass voice. I should have thought of that. He played with his persona the way he played with chord changes. Musicians are, after all, players. For some people, reaching beyond vanity for a higher plane of existence is particularly difficult. They look so good. So it must have been for this bearded Hamlet. The fashion world loved him, but he turned his back on money and world acclaim, and he walked away from it all. He moved to Rio. Show business is a part of life, but life is life. He sought awareness as a man. my friend Yusuf developed the sensors to hear the truth. He is tasked with treading the line between our Cat Stevens and his sense of his own space in the musical universe. He will no doubt humbly thank us for putting him in Rock's Hall of Fame. But will he think, what does tonight mean in the common good? We loved him in that he offered to us the fascinating creation of an evolving identity. I have the distinct honor tonight to induct into the Rock and Hall of Fame the most sincere seeker, a loving man with an ever-expanding embrace, my friend Yusuf Islam, the artist we call Cat Stevens. Thank you so much, Art. A great, beautiful song. I think it's going to be difficult to think about what to say now because it's kind of evolving, as Art says. A lot of things. I never thought I'd be on the same stage as Kiss, to be honest. That's one thing. Well, they're not here now, so that's okay. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I'm very happy to be here representing my band on behalf of Cat and my father and my son, and my moon shadow, and the rest of the group. We're very honoured to be inducted. Sounds kind of weird and medical, but anyway, I certainly wouldn't be here without all the love and support of those who carried me. And my first woman in my life, first love of my life, my mother. It was my mother who used to lullaby me, sing. She was from Sweden, so she had a very, very sweet voice. When I sang Morning is Broken, the one thing that gave me the key to that song was thinking about my mother's voice. And then there was my brother. He always helped me and guided me. When it came to the point where I needed real help, he gave me a book. Changed my life. He didn't know that was going to happen. I never knew that was going to happen. But he's always been a big, big part of my life. Thanks so much, all my fans, for believing. I can still see some skeptical faces, but my fans believed. And I thank all those in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame board of those ones who say what's going to happen, things. And in the end, I only bow my head to one. That is the all-wise and the almighty who made us all. Let me say, though I've been one of the privileged few to stand up here today and receive this, I'm certainly not the best of you, but looking around, I'm not the worst either. Now, just one last point, a little riddle, questioning the compatibility of this strange thing called rock and roll with, the detached and heavenly fraternity lifestyle, which I still belong to. And considering, that the judges have actually voted for someone who doesn't drink, doesn't smoke, and, doesn't throw televisions out of hotel rooms, and only sleeps with his wife.
I'd say it was a very brave decision. And one which was unexpected and strangely, outrageously rock and roll.